okay, because I'm hyper judgmental. I'm aware of how people judge me, and like from a very young age, I was really aware that there were a lot of factors that I could be judged by, like my race, and like the fact that I was, kind of like, I was always like loud, and I was always kind of like an obnoxious kid. But it's like, it's like when you're an immigrant, and that immigrant experience is so like, it's so formative. It's like it informs like your entire like self-perception and at a certain age. And I was like, like if people are going to judge me, and if people are going to judge me by something as like menial as race, I mean, this is not to say that race is menial, but it's like it's just a menial thing to judge someone by.
Yeah.
And I was for a long time I was like oh, like Shelly, the Chinese girl, like, or like Shelly, like, she's a Chinese girl and she's hanging out with all the Chinese girls. I wasn't even hanging out with that many Chinese girls. But yeah, and I was like, and so one day it was kind of like, it became obvious to me that if I wanted to be judged by who I really was, then I would have to put a lot of effort into like establishing my appearance.
Right.
And so yeah, and then so it just like it built up like then, and like little by little, like I've always been like somewhat interested in fashion. I've always wanted to be pretty. I was always aware that like in high school I was ugly, so it's like, so I was always aware that like, you're ugly, but like
I've been there.
We all are ugly in high school.
Yeah, you're ugly, but you're gonna get beautiful, like eventually.
Yes.
And it's about like taking back control of like how people see you.
Right.
You can't ever control how people see you and know you fully. And like I said, like even right now, it's like with the flowers and with everything, it's like I think people very, very often have a mistaken perception of me. But this, I want people to see, it's like, oh, well, she's bold. And she has a personality probably, and she probably has some sort of like artistry, and it's like, and more importantly, she's like, I want people to see, and I want to believe this about myself, that like I'm not compromising about who I am. Like I'm over the point where I'm like, oh well, like, I'm gonna shrink, or like I'm gonna make myself smaller, or I'm gonna make myself quieter, like for the benefit of others. Over it. Yeah. So it's like, and that it's just not who I am. And I mean I think it's like the ability to like change in like situations and like be a lot of different kinds of you is very useful, and I admire it in others, but I'm just like, it's not like I hate it. It exhausts me, like the idea of having to like force myself into like another shape, another form. So yeah, I think that's why I do this.
Why flowers? Why a wreath?
Because I mean,
wreath. Crown. My bad. Crown. My bad. Right? Crown. It's a crown.
A queef.
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 Oh
Why the queef?
Oh, did I?
Yeah, why the crown? Why the wreath?
Oh my god. So many, well, like, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Like, who doesn't like flowers? I like botanics. I like how flowers change. Like, I like how, they come in a lot of different forms. They're very expressive things. They're symbols. But also, 1970s Vogue, like Frida Kahlo, like,
I mean,
maybe,
I'm just seeing Scandinavia.
Yeah,
like
I guess,
Sweden, that's what we do every summer.
Yeah, I didn't know about you guys until very recently.
But I mean, not.
And Italy too. Italy, really? Italians wear these during graduation, I guess.
Really? That's so
yeah.
cool.
So there's like something like with flower, like a wreath of flowers in every culture, because they're natural adornments.
Sure, yeah.
Before people had jewelry or like accessories, presumably they used things that they could just find.
So how do you wreath them yourselves? Yourself?
When you were 10 years ago, do you read them yourself?
Oh my god. So there's like a rhythm to it as well. Put that to music. Yeah.
Wreath? What?
Weave.
Make.
Yeah. I weave them.
Yourselves? Yeah.
Yourselves?
Stop.
Stop.
You stop.
you do it yourself?
Yes, I do
How
it
many do
myself.
you have?
Oh my god, like 50.
Right?
A lot.
You have like a
In
wall
your
of them.
house?
Yeah, I have a lot. And I have more at home. Like in
Where
Victoria.
else? Oh, okay. Where else?
Sorry.
In your storage.
You're like Moira in Schitt's Creek. Another Canadian reference, though, with her wigs.
Oh, she has a lot of wigs.
Loads.
Yeah, you
And
know,
they all
a
have
lot
their
of
own
people think I'm
names.
bald. Like
Really?
they think it's
Like,
they think
this
not
is-
only am I
Your
wearing
hair
this,
is
but
real, right?
Yeah, it's real. Yeah,
Oh, it's
guys,
like
my
connect-
hair is real.
And it's connected to the wreath. You take it off and
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
So funny.
I know, it's so funny. It's
Which
so
means that
funny.
all of your crowns would have the same wig on top of it because they're all like.
So.
Tim was like thinking you gotta work like step up your appearance or something, and then thinking of this. That's quite a.
But I mean, I think it's very representative of who I am. Like the flowers. I mean, it's flowers and the moon and the ocean.
You are very.
It's
You
like-
are the
you
moon
are,
and the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
very blossom.
And